Hi everyone, this is Jay Brewster, and this is my presentation on my learning module, which is called Create Your Own Minecraft Cybersecurity Workshop. I chose this project off the list presented by our teacher. It is an online course that teaches people how to use the game Minecraft to teach cybersecurity. So basically, it's like it teaches you how to create your own workshop to teach cybersecurity using Minecraft. Um, this is a project that was originally created by a librarian at San Jose Public Library named Chris Markman, who was giving these workshops, and he had created a toolkit that he intended to use to help other librarians do the same thing, which is give these workshops. But he found that the toolkit was somewhat limiting in format, and I've been working with him to expand this out to a full online learning course. So it's basically teaching people how to teach using Minecraft. So what is Minecraft? Well, there's, at its very simplest level, is a giant open world game where people can collect materials and build structures and do other activities. There's monsters in it, but it's all in this very simple, blocky, old school looking style. The graphics are very, very simple, but you can do a lot with them. People build pretty amazing uh, things with this. This is a really basic look of somebody just running around this little village. I don't know, just checking stuff out. But you might also see in this particular one, someone working at an extremely high level has basically built Hogwarts out of Minecraft blocks. But you can still see that there's still just blocks. It's like Legos. So yeah, it looks pretty amazing. I can't imagine how many hours someone spent on this. So this lesson is not going to go that deeply into that, obviously, and we don't expect people giving this workshop to do that, but they can use Minecraft to teach some really simple concepts and using gameplay to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start out and just go through the outline of my project and present it. So the first section, the needs assessment instructional goals. The potential learners are really just anyone, teachers, librarians, community groups, parents, anyone that really is interested can take part in this and build their own workshop. The skills necessary for it are really just basic computer skills, and you will at some point need to install a demo version of the game Minecraft on your computer, so you'll need to at least be able to do that. There are a variety of materials that people will be able to use. Really key and important to that is the Minecraft for Education Edition, which is a site set up by the creators of Minecraft that is specifically focused on using the game to teach people. It has a variety of resources and tutorials. It has an active forum and ways to meet other people and see what they're doing. It has lessons plans. It has all kinds of stuff. So this is going to be key to what we use to teach our course. The goals for this are participants need to learn to apply gamification concepts to create new educational opportunities, and participants need to confidently utilize Minecraft for teaching cybersecurity. A very basic course outline is the course is divided into 6 modules that go through what we're doing, how to set up the game, the whole section on learning to play the game, then some basic information about cybersecurity. The lessons that are taught in these workshops are very simple because the audience that they're intended for. So a deep understanding of cybersecurity is not really necessary to conduct one of these workshops. There's a sample lesson plan that was created by Chris Markman. And then at the conclusion, people bring it all together. They'll ultimately have a proposal or outline for their own workshop. One key thing of this is that there's no concurrent instructor involvement. This is entirely self-guided. All instructor involvement will be on the back end, building the site, maintaining the site, changing items that might not be working, monitoring how people are doing overall and how the tool is working for its purposes. Learning outcomes, I'm not going to go through all of them, but learning the concept of gamification, which is just using games to teach, is important. It's important that people identify their intended audience for their own future Minecraft workshop. They need to learn to play the game so they can confidently teach with it and know what they're talking about, right? Or seem to know what they're talking about. And you need to know some cybersecurity basics, and you'll need to have that outline at the end of your own workshop. This is a more detailed outline. The intro is just what is Minecraft, gamification, kind of formulating a game plan of what you want to do with the information you learn from this learning module and what your workshop is going to be like. There's sections on specific stuff about the different versions of the game. Then you'll dive in and you'll do a series of lessons that were created by Chris Markman that teach you how to learn the game. In addition, the student will be doing online tutorials, different things to practice, small assignments to practice the game. There'll be a short section on the basics of cybersecurity. A lot of this exists online already, so we'll just be linking to it. There's a sample lesson plan that people will go through that will be an example of what the student will ultimately create in their own workshop. In terms of learner participation, be a lot of watching videos, reading articles, etc. We'll go into that a little more in a second. The testing and assessment, because there's no instructor involved, all the testing will be self-graded. There'll be quizzes that you get the answers. Once you've completed the quiz, you get the answers. Individual assignments will just be self-graded using really detailed rubrics. So here we go. So the learning tools will be watching a lot of videos that might already exist online, videos that are created by the instructor that pertain to each lesson. There's a lot of demonstration videos of playing Minecraft. There's a lot of materials that can be read, websites, online articles, tutorials. There's a lot of step-by-step instructions that people can go through, and those will be key for individual assignments. There'll be specific assignments to play the game, do such and such item thing within the game that designed to give you the skills that you need. There'll be a section that is specific to engaging with the Minecraft for Education community board. So you start getting in touch with other people that are using this tool to do similar things, which is teaching. And there's also on that website a variety of examples of how people are doing those things. The evaluation will be in the form of self-grading quizzes and reflection assignments. And these become more important. At the time, they're important as immediate feedback, but they're important at the end as well. The quizzes that I envision are similar to the ones we do in this class, which you take an online quiz, it gives you the answers right away and explains things as you go. So it's formative evaluation. The reflections will be written, and they have a purpose of helping students identify what they've learned and not learned, or what the gaps are, and they also can help the instructor when reviewing the overall course to identify areas that might be confusing to people or not working as well. So the evaluation that happens at the end is going to be basically what I envision is The reflections people have written throughout the entire thing are at the very end, because they've been submitting them to a web form, are brought back, represented to the student so they can see kind of itemized list of all the things they said throughout the course, and they can ask themselves, do I know this now? Like, I didn't understand it originally, and now do I understand it now after I've done other things? And that is also should be very informative for the instructor of the course. Uh, and then it also gives them a chance to go back and look at specific areas that they feel like they don't have a good handle on. And the final assignment is a draft of their workshop. So ultimately they want to go out and present this workshop and to other people. So the last project will be, they need to create the skeleton and fleshed out skeleton maybe of what they're going to do. So this will be submitted to the instructor via a web form, but it will also be self-graded based on a very detailed rubric, and it allows them to evaluate what they've already done and decide whether it's, you know, good enough for live or good enough for prime time. So this will serve the purpose of giving a lot of feedback to the instructor as well as the student. And then at the very end, there'll be just the classic, tell me what you think about this course. Are there problems? Do you have any suggestions? So that in a nutshell is what my project will be, or that my learning module will be. Thank you for listening.